Senator McCain, it's Wolf Blitzer. There's a new poll that just came out, an ABC News Washington Post poll, that suggests that all Americans may have to sacrifice something else. Look at these numbers. Would you be willing to give up some of your liberties in this country in order for the government to crack down on terrorism? 66% said yes. Only 24% said no. Those numbers are obviously much higher than they were before this incident. How concerned should the American people be about having to give up some liberties to deal with terrorism?
I think the very reason why we have to do whatever is necessary to eliminate these organizations and punish the countries that are involved as well. And that's why I think the President's statement was very important about countries that harbor these people as well as the organizations themselves. But what we have to do is make sure that there's a steadfastness of purpose, and thereby we can preserve America's liberties. Yes, there will be lifestyle changes. We'll never be the same getting on an airliner again, and there will be other security measures that need to be taken. But the best way to ensure maximum liberty for the United States of America is to remove the threat to it, because this whole threat obviously was about destroying our way of life.
There's a new poll that just came out, an ABC News Washington Post poll, that suggests that all Americans may have to sacrifice something else. Look at these numbers. Would you be willing to give up some of your liberties in this country in order for the government to crack down on terrorism? 66% said yes. Only 24% said no. Would you be willing to give up some of your liberties in this country in order for the government to crack down on terrorism? 66% said yes. Would you be willing to give up some of your liberties in this country in order for the government to crack down on terrorism? 66% said yes.
Finally from us this evening, technology on the cutting edge. We were interested today to hear that more than 100 law enforcement officials in Mexico are having microchips implanted in their arms. The chips allow a person to be scanned, sort of like a cereal box at the supermarket checkout. In Mexico, this will be one more tool in the fight against crime. Here's ABC's John McKenzie.
You've seen it before, right out of Hollywood.
It's maybe a little uncomfortable.
A microchip inside the body. A hidden, high-tech identification tag.
They're the access codes to your drop spot.
Now, Mexico's Attorney General and 160 of his deputies have had microchips implanted in their arms to control access to the country's new Criminal Investigation Center. It is to provide access, said the Attorney General, to the right people in exclusive areas where there is valuable, sensitive information. The microchip, the size of a grain of rice, is injected under the skin and gives off a low-frequency radio wave. A scanner reads each chip's identification number to verify an official's security clearance.
The microchip is tamper-proof, it's secure, no one can take your microchip and use it to their advantage to gain access to your facility.
The chip, developed by Applied Digital Solutions, is similar to those used in the U.S. to identify and return runaway dogs. In humans, it can have several uses.
Little stick.
The chips can also be programmed to carry medical information. The one in this patient details his blood type, allergies, and the fact he has Alzheimer's disease. The device is now awaiting approval from the Food and Drug Administration. Some researchers are developing microchips for use in the home, so that wearing one can turn on lights and open doors. Hands-free. The next step, say researchers, is developing an implantable chip with a global positioning system to track people miles away, whether kidnapped or lost, just as cars can now be traced. A kind of LoJack for the body. John McKenzie, ABC News, New York.
To think something so small can connect you to everything that matters.
When your life and all you love
Are on the line.
HealthLink is always with you when every second counts in the emergency room, providing immediate access to your medical records.
Because Bob has trouble remembering all his medications.
Because I'm in love with my kids' kids.
Because my car lost control while driving.
Because now I'm looking out for both of us.
Because I have diabetes, but it doesn't have me.
Because I spend my life in the ER trying to save yours.